Some. Who's your client? I just got that. Do you want me to put it up there? Yeah, we can put it up there. Okay.
Thank you.
Mama, I gave you my copy, and I forgot to take my copy out. My bad. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Who's here on Jesse Arriaga?
Mr. Arriaga?
Good morning. So where are we on discovery?
None of the state has complied with the discovery on the 3rd and 14 and made an offer to council today.
All right, so I need an acknowledgement of discovery signed.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, sir, how old are you?
47.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, if you'll set this in 3 weeks for a plea deadline date, please. It's Jesse Arriaga. All right, so we're going to come back on September 3rd, and you'll let the court know whether or not you've worked out an agreement with the state. If you have not, your next court date is going to be your jury trial date. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Sean Young, hello.
Hello, madam.
When are the next blooms for the magnolias? I know we're past the bloom season.
We are, but they're just about to pick out their seeds right now. I've started seeing a few on the sidewalk under the magnolia.
See, I need to get some seeds. I'm gonna grow it
I'm
from
gonna
the
give you a
seedling.
handful of seeds. I've got, believe me, I have got seeds.
All right, I'm gonna grow it from a baby.
Yep. That's how you get them raised up right, you know? No, actually, we're taking down a hackberry in the backyard. It leans over to my neighbor's yard behind me, and one branch has already split off on it in the plant storm, and he's getting kind of nervous because it's over. There's 3 different trees. There's what is it? A mountain laurel, a con, and he said some other one begins with a P, but I don't remember what it was.
You know,
So he's nervous.
I planted 2 mountain laurels, and I didn't expect them to do well. They've done beautifully.
Yeah, my wife gave me such a hard time because I bought the half-gallon size and put them by the side of the house. Those things are bigger in the house, and nothing we can do to stop them.
No. So I'm gonna get some more of those, but I hate my Rose of Sharon died, you know, during the Great Freeze.
Yeah, there are a few of those. I have got the most beautiful bougainvillea you have ever seen. It's one of those column ones that goes up and
See,
it's
this
about
is my
this
problem.
round with
Yeah.
flowers all over it.
I love them. They look beautiful, but it's the little stickers that gets
Oh,
me all the
those-
time.
I've got a pyracantha. You don't talk to me about stickers. Those things have got a protein on them that I swear the rain part people put them on their top tips of their darts. Those things will just really eat you up.
Oh, yes, because
But the bougainvillea, yeah, you have to be careful with them, but they're nothing terrible.
I think they're so beautiful. And when you see them,
Yeah.
so beautiful. I went to Greece and they had some beautiful ones and tall, rooftop tall. And I was like, that's so beautiful. But the stickers.
Yeah. When we were living out in the Majuro in the Marshall Islands,
Mhm.
as part of my contract as the prosecutor for the Silent Republic, they gave me a house. And it was a walled-in little yard,
Mhm.
about half an acre,
Mm-hmm.
3/4 of an acre. I had 6 different kinds of banana trees growing on this
Oh my
one
gosh.
plot. But I had a bougainvillea that was, oh God, this big.
Mhm.
And the owners came by once a month with a big stick with a nail in the end of it.
Mhm.
And they grab the fronds that had grown out and they fold them back into it. That thing was like Brer Rabbit's briar patch.
Oh my gosh.
And it was huge and flowers all the time.
Mhm.
You know, we're in the tropics, so that's where they live.
Well, I planted wisteria.
Ah, the prosecutor's tone here is a dead giveaway. They're setting a trap. Listen to how the questions are getting narrower. It's like watching a chess player line up the final checkmate.
And I loved it. Tore down my fence though. I didn't have the
Oh, they
appropriate
will. Yeah.
supports.
You
and it
gotta
just-
have serious support.
Oh, yeah. But I'm thinking I'm gonna do it again because I love it. I'm just gonna have to get a metal
Wisteria
railing or
are
something.
Just, they'll steal your soul. They really will. They're
And they
beautiful.
smell so great and they look so great when they're in bloom.
Yeah, our next door neighbor had them. He had 2 or 3 palm trees there.
Mhm.
And this wisteria, that's this big around.
Mhm.
And it was just growing all over these palm trees.
Mhm.
Well, palm trees died.
Yeah.
And then he had to do something. Wisteria went away and it broke my
But
heart.
I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna get someone to put up a thick milling railing. Because I've seen some that grow
Oh, yeah.
humongous, but you have to have the support. If you don't, it will tear everything around it.
It
down.
will. It'll keep growing and then it'll grab hold of something
Mhm.
and yeah, but you're right. They are beautiful. No,
They are. So that's my plan. We shall see.
Well,
Got a lot of digging to do.
I've got a guy coming to take this hackberry out
Mhm.
because it's got 2 or 3 places that it's about to crash on
Mhm.
stuff. And my neighbor's worried about it, so I'm gonna have to dispose of it. But this guy came out and he quoted me $5,000 to remove this thing because there's fences and there's 3 or 4 different good trees. He's just afraid to death that he's gonna get sued for
Oh
when
my
he takes this thing down. And I finally chewed him down to 3,500.
Oh my gosh.
But that was,
Did you have?
and the only reason I'm serious about staying with this guy
Mhm.
is that my next door neighbor vets him. And if he makes a mistake, it's his problem, not mine.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay, I've taken up enough of your time.
Oh,
Thank
hey,
you,
it's
Madam
always
Chair.
great speaking to you.
And I will, you'll know when I have magnolias.
Okay, all right, thanks. All right, who's here on Arturo Campos Toledo? All right, thanks.
That's gonna be Miss Jackson, Your Honor.
Not Janet Jackson.
Oh, no.
Well, you have been dressed appropriately for trial.
Yes, Your Honor, we changed his clothes. Last time they were fall.
Yes. So that is great. All right. Let me see what page your client is on. Campos. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, you both parties are ready for jury trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, did you all provide the court with an acknowledgement of discovery?
I'm happy to check with my co-counsel, Ally Jackson. I don't know if the council has any knowledge, but we're happy to do one in any event, Your Honor.
All right, if you'll do one, because I don't have one in the court's file, maybe it's on Odyssey, I'm unsure.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and if your client were found guilty, is he going to the court or the jury for punishment?
The jury, Your Honor, and we did have that election ready for the court.
Okay, if you'll just give it to the clerk. All right, is there any motions that the court needs to take up?
I apologize.
Your Honor, I did have some motion in limine, but I don't know if that's something you'd like to take up now or.
What is the issue on the motions in limine?
Your Honor, specifically, this is a case involving a statement made via polygraph examination. There are some translations, so we would be.
All right, do you all think statements involving a polygraph is coming in?
To my knowledge, Your Honor, I would have to confirm, but that doesn't seem like something we would typically want to get into ourselves, given
No,
their.
because the
inadmissibility.
court legally doesn't allow polygraph reports.
And the reason,
And no,
No,
polygraphs
that's-
are not admissible.
Yeah, from state's knowledge as well, they're inadmissible. So I don't know if there's any other supplementary issues with that, but on first glance, it seems like that's not something we would be getting into.
All right, if there's an issue with the polygraph, and if somebody thinks they're allowed to go into the results of a polygraph, what was said at the polygraph, or what was said after due to what happened at the polygraph, you all need to approach before any of that is put before the jury. And just ask the approach, I'll excuse the jury and I will hear whatever I need to hear on that. But for now, a polygraph, the results, what was said during the polygraph, that's not admissible unless somebody brings me case law that says polygraph results are now admissible.
That's the state's understanding as well. Absolutely, Judge. Yeah.
and the reason why I bring that, Your Honor, is that I guess you can state the defendant's statement, his third statement, it's in Spanish, it's been translated, but on the top of the translations provided by the state, it says polygraph examination, and it's about 5 hours. And I believe they're going to try to elicit statements from there, so we would argue against that, but I just trying to.
Okay. No, I appreciate that. So state, anything involving a polygraph, that's not admissible.
Absolutely, Judge.
And any statements made during the polygraph, not admissible. If there are statements that occurred after the polygraph examination, and somebody thinks that they're allowed to elicit testimony from a witness about that, y'all need to approach before you do that.
Absolutely, Judge.
So any statements made due to what happened at a polygraph, y'all need to approach the court before that testimony is elicited. Does everybody understand?
That
Yes,
makes
sir.
sense, Your Honor, yes.
All right, is there any other motion in limine that you all are thinking of?
No, Your Honor, there was no 404B, and I believe that was the main issue.
All right, so I don't have copies of your motion in limine, but I'm assuming everybody understands the court's ruling with regards to that, and will approach if you all intend to elicit any testimony on that subject.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Absolutely, Judge.
All right, so we'll be back at 1:30, and you can speak to the state about how jury selection is done in this court.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I'll still go ahead and do that discovery acknowledgement right now, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Just to save some time for the civil defense, there was a discovery filed on June 4th.
All right, we're good. Okay, thank
Thank
you.
you, Your Honor.
What can I say?
All righty.
Thank you.
Oh, yes.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Yes. Yes.
I have filed that and I've approached the DA and he has made a recommendation of $5,000. I would
All right,
agree with that.
so if y'all can get the file from the clerk, is your client here?
No,
Okay.
she's in jail.
All right, so legally, your client needs to be present. So if you'll talk to Miss Ferguson, they can bring her over tomorrow.
I'll do that.
All right.
Thank you, Madam.
Not tomorrow, Jacob.
She said she can do Thursday.
What?
She said she can bring her over on Thursday.
Well, I would have selected that myself.
All right.
Thursday it is.
Okay, what is this related to?
If you think this is just a routine objection, think again. This is a tactical move, a way to plant doubt in the jury's mind without saying a single new fact. Notice that pause. That's not hesitation, that's control. In courtroom drama, silence can be louder than shouting.
All right, could I see the parties on Ruth Marisol Trevino, please? All right, court is going to go on record. Court is calling night mag number 761-818, State of Texas versus Ruth Marisol Trevino. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense?
Grant Hardy.
All right, and are you Miss Trevino?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so counsel is here requesting that Ms. Trevino's bond be reinstated. To start, counsel, have you spoken with the bondsman?
I have, Judge.
And is the bondsman in agreement to a reinstatement?
They are, Judge.
All right, then now let's address the underlying reason as to why her bond was, well, actually, I issued a judge's warrant. So let's address why the judge's warrant was issued. There was a first violation report. And there's an issue because they say that there's a 2012 Toyota Corolla and a 2022 Audi Q7. I'm assuming that did not have ignition interlock on it.
At the time, it did not.
All right, you want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
My name is Ruth Marisol Trevino.
All right, and Ms. Trevino, you were saying at the time it did not because?
After I got arrested, the car directly was towed to the shop,
All right, which car was totaled?
Audi, our
Oh.
only car that we had in our possession. So it was at the shop for over, close to 2 months. Just because it didn't take a big priority of getting fixed, and with the insurance, making the claim, one thing or another, we just let it sit there. It was also being a specialty car, the parts were taking a while to get.
Oh, no, I'm aware of the European cars and how the parts are not here. Okay.
And so from one problem to another, or a computer, it was even towed to San Marcos and then back. And so it was a lot of that.
So let me ask you this. Where is the Audi now?
We have it now. As soon as it was delivered back to our home, the next day we made an appointment. It was over the weekend. So on Friday we got it. Saturday, Sunday, they don't make appointments. On Sunday, I got it, the interlock installed in the car.
So the ignition interlock is now in the Audi.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so where's the Toyota Corolla?
That has been sold over to a friend over a year ago.
All right, and do you have proof of that sale?
Yes, I do.
All right, you need to turn that over to pretrial services. Do you understand?
Yes, I do. I did turn it in.
Okay.
My conversations with the pretrial officer were very, I want to say there was just not clear communication on his part.
All right, just 1 moment. Ms. Ferguson, can you send an email and have Fabian Ortiz zoom in, or either Elda Torres? All right, you may continue.
So when he was asking for the ignition interlock to be in the car, I told him we don't have it on our possession. He asked about the Toyota. I told him we have.
Norma, do you need this?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm sorry for that. You may continue.
I had told him that we had sold it, and he asked for proof, and I gave him the proof that we had. Unknown to me, that wasn't enough proof, or maybe that wasn't the proof that he was looking for. And maybe soon, a month maybe after that, around June, that's when I found out that I had a warrant for my arrest.
All right, so this is what I can tell you.
Mhm.
In this court, when people are being supervised by pretrial services, this is what I always do in this court. I don't know what other courts do. I always, well, let me not say always, because there are exceptions to every rule. But normally, what I do is I set it for a hearing to make sure that everybody is on the same page. And sometimes I realize that when pretrial services will send me a document saying that someone is in violation, that maybe things have happened since I've received that document. So I will always send an email to the pretrial services officer and ask, is this person still in non-compliance? If they tell me, yes, they're still in non-compliance, then what I will do is I'll set it for a hearing. So we did have a hearing on this matter, but you didn't show. I set it at 9 a.m. and then I had it come back at 1:30. And with DWIs, these are very serious. And I have to make sure that people have their ignition interlock or they have a portable device. So that's why.
I understand.
Okay.
Um,
So state, do you have any objections to reinstating the bond? All right, so this is what the court is going to do. I'm going to ask that the bond be reinstated. You're not to leave here, your attorney's not to leave here until the pretrial services officers zoom in. When they zoom in, you will get a chance to speak with them and we will see what other appointments need to be set. So are we on the same page?
Yes, may I add?
Sure.
To my hearing, I believe that was June 6th. I was not aware of that. I
Okay.
later got to find out the following Thursday
Okay.
that I missed my hearing. I quickly called my attorney.
Mhm.
I quickly called the bond, asking if they had.
So let me just tell you where we are. Where we are now is I'm going to reinstate the bond.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
The pretrial services officer is zooming in. We're going to have a conversation with the pretrial services officer. We're going to see if there's information that he hasn't received from you. What is that information and what does he need? And you're going to get that information to him. I want you to hear me clearly. Any vehicle at your home has to be equipped with ignition interlock. Do you understand? Is there any vehicle at your home that does not have ignition interlock?
No, Your Honor.
All right. And so you're telling me that the Toyota Corolla has been sold.
Yes, ma'am.
You provided proof to the pretrial services officer that it's been sold.
Yes, ma'am.
And the only vehicle at your house is the 2022 Audi Q7.
Yes.
All right. So if you will have a seat, I'm going to ask that the bond be reinstated, that the warrant be recalled. And they are zooming in here, and then we'll have a conversation with them, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Deputy Laura, the warrant is being recalled and the bond will be reinstated.
Still have a chance to do the rotation. We contacted the DA's office and the pretrial services.
Okay,
Yeah, if we could just move it again. We'll drop.
All right, if you all would just have a seat. Has Deputy Laura removed your cuffs yet? Oh, okay. All right, well, just have a seat in the gallery, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Oh, come on.